Okay, thank you everyone for being here today to participate in this very important launch of the concept demonstration for a project we call Phonefully. Okay, we are together here as the creators. My name is Traisit Niti Tamatat.
My name is Vira Internet. And we is Nakala Kitiksekun.
Okay, we're here in Bangkok on this date, the 17th of June 2017 in Lakeside Villa. Okay, and we will start the presentation now. So please have a seat. So, what is Phonefully? Okay, and what is its target? What is its intended to achieve? Okay, next slide. Okay, it's a win-win project for not only consumers but also for MNOs, the mobile network operators of the world, and the social networks. AKA, in other words, why does my phone call screen suck so badly? This is what most people live with every day and they don't know. AKA again, the death of the blank and dumb smartphone call screens for use with B2C or B2B commerce interchanges. So we'll go through this in more detail. What Phonefully is. It is all businesses' new best friend. All businesses need to have their storefront, their shop front, right? To have the presence in real life as well as online. Okay. So what it is a smartphone calling screen for profitable consumer and customer reception and relationship management. Full visual shop fronts welcoming with greater interface capabilities for customers interchanges during calls. Full real-time integration with social network, bridging we are the bridge between the social network and the mobile network operators. In our country, AKA like AIS. In the US, Verizon, AT&T, and so on. Full superior functional CRM database, big data, diaries, directories between the three parties involved, us, Phonefully, mobile network operators, and the social networks. Also, it's a brand new revenue model that both sides, all of us, could partake in, especially the MNO, the mobile network operators who've been left out in the dark in this internet age, and only the social network has benefited. This will be a revenue model for both sides, with we are the bridge in the middle. So last but not least, it offers a brand new kind of privacy protection for the individuals and the consumers that perhaps has never been seen before. It's a preemption and full protection for your privacy. So every day, we all need to represent ourselves, right, with who we are. Especially businesses. Businesses need to let people know who they are, especially for new customers, and more importantly for repeat customers. All businesses, we all can agree on this. We need shop fronts, right? The storefronts. Whether you're on Amazon, you're on Shopify, you need a shop front, right? This is where you are on the web, on Facebook, and everywhere else on Google. So businesses need not only the physicality, the brick and mortar, but also to be represented online as their face. Just like we are representing our own self, every business needs to have a shop front. So these are some examples of what it looks like on Google and Facebook. Let me go through and show you a short demonstration of what we have to live with today as a state-of-the-art technology. Okay, we'll skip through this. What this means is that the most important function of a smartphone still remains today. Most people don't think about this, but it still remains the talk time, the phone calling. This is its primary purpose, is to make phone call. It can do other browsing and all that, but calling and talking remains king. This takes up the most time that you spend. You can check mails and so on, but the real physical interaction a lot of time is still the actual physical phone call, the voice call. So when they make a voice call, wherever they came from, whether you start browsing, your beginning of the journey, whether it's from browsers or search engine or from social network, okay, You can initiate the call from there. That's where the technology is now. You can initiate the call from there. So in this rich interface environment, once you initiate the call, what do you get? What do you see? Right? Most people overlook this. They just see a dumb blank screen. It's just like going up against a blue wall. All of a sudden you came from a rich environment and you end up with this screen. Okay, this is what Phonefully intends to, in the first step, to fix. Okay, to have a real business representation the way it should be in this internet age. So let's go through a short demonstration of what if we were to look up the restaurant that we want to go through. This is a demonstration of what Phonefully can improve existing state of technology. In this case, we are looking up from the phone a place called Anna and Charlie Cafe that I want to get to, and here's the Google search, and digging in further, of course, it will bring up the storefront. Every business needs a storefront, a shop front, and this is what is represented on Google. Interesting. Okay, and so if we were to browse further, we of course would look into what other storefront they have before deciding, and importantly, Facebook, how they are represented on Facebook. And here it is, their place of business on Facebook, and invitation to call now, map, videos, and time of operation, promotions of all kinds. So that looks good. So let's go back. We can either call before from Google, or you can call from Facebook directly, both, and this is what comes up right now. This is the phone book, which is disconnected totally from the browsing, so it's not very helpful. So you call them, still nothing appears, blank, and you have to guess at whether you're calling the right number. Hello, where is this? Is this Anna and Charlie Cafe, please?
Yes.
Is Anna and Charlie Cafe, are you open now?
Openค่ะ.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
So that was Anna and Charlie, and upon hanging up the phone, hanging up the call, you are given this choice, of course, and nothing more than the outgoing call details. Not very helpful, which is what Phonefully exists to improve upon and bring it up to date with today's technology and interconnectivity. That was a demonstration of what we as consumers have to live with every day, and we kind of are dumb by it. We're used to it, but it should be upgraded in this day and age to something better, because you spend all this time on the phone during the call. So what we aim to achieve in our development, okay, this is a concept whereby this is the finished product that you might see, is before the call, coming from search engine or rich Facebook or other social network, where you can have all of this audio visual AV representation. You're coming to a blank screen. Let the businesses represent themselves on the screen in a more interactive way during the voice call, especially on the big smartphone right now, where you don't have to hold it to your ears any longer. Okay, so before the call, during the call, when you press the call button, during the call, at the end of the call, all of this will be rich interface where the businesses and consumers can interchange, or even B2B, they can interchange all the promotion, all the choices. For example, you walk into a restaurant, you want to see which table is suitable for you, they can push the picture of the table in question to you, you can see it on the screen, you can make your selections thereof. Okay, so this is what Phonefully is, but this is a part of it. It's the interface. So when you call up a business, the caller and the business see each other, okay, on the phone interactively. And what we mean is that it has a big reservoir on both sides, be it the mobile network operators and the social network. You can have the interactivity being real time recorded back into your database on both sides so that you can come back to it later on. So when next time you want to look up Anna and Charlie, you can see your past interactions. So in social network, you're not able to do that because it's like the edge of the water. You come to the edge of the water, you don't see people, what they do during phone call. So they're missing a big chunk of, they're only like landmass and the ocean is all divided. We want to integrate them together so that while you're on Facebook, you can also look up your past interactions with this particular place called Anna and Charlie Cafe, and you can remember the choices you made and the choices selected from what they gave to you and what they showed to you. You have a full recording of that, so it's a richer altogether interaction and sharing. Okay, so no more dumb screen, like I said, aka killing off dumb screen in this day and age. So apart from businesses, okay, the consumers can also avail themselves with the help of mobile network operators and social network to customize, of course, the richness of their own phone screen. Because remember, your phone number is your real estate. It's just like a website address is a real estate. It's like a Facebook page is real estate. It is virgin property because there you can now represent yourself richly with interactive videos and everything that plays. When somebody calls you or you call your friend, you can be fully represented instead of a dumb blank screen with maybe a small static profile picture and a name that you have to put in. So at the end of the Phonefully, everything can be made better for the business, for commerce, as well as every individual. They can customize and personalize to their own liking. Okay, last but not least, we come to a very important area is privacy protection. Phonefully can effectively do this by way of preempting calls coming in. So Facebook has already done this. It's very mindful of privacy protection. So should you on your mobile call. So for example, the mobile call is now left out in the dark. But what we could do is give notice. So for example, if a person A, a salesman, with unsolicited call wanting to sell you something, what in the UK they call nuisance call, in which they have a law against it now. Okay, in the US they have a no call list that you can register with the federal government. But importantly, you can announce as an individual that you don't want to be disturbed. And if you have a screen, a preemptive screen that you can put up, okay, that none of these are welcome. Okay, so preemptive and prevention and prevention of unwanted callers from ever reaching you. So your phone doesn't ring from ever reaching you by using your social network accounts as a fence and gatekeeper function. Okay, because your phone is your property. So why not use a social network as your barrier, as your fencing around your property? So you can have a screen like this where you said, hey, I don't know you. If you want to get past this, you have to make sure that you do certain things. Like, why don't you connect with me first on my Facebook page so that you can become my friend, or I allow you to come in. So it's permission marketing. It's permission and allowance. Okay, connect me on LinkedIn first, or you can go through my passport. So if you don't know me, I don't know you, you have to get past this notice on your gate fencing. And if you do that, then and only then will your call come through in the future. So you can configure all this to allow for phones for ever reaching you. You can bar people from ever reaching you unless they, by recourse, go through the social networks which you are part of already. And this will only enrich the social network environment.
The main function is to fully utilize this blank screen when you call. Because when you call, you spend a lot of your times calling, but that is always wasted as a dumb screen. And then you have frustration when you try to make an order or make any business deal with them, because you cannot see anything unless you have to go out into the Facebook and see, and then come back and come in and come back. Now it's like they can immediately call, they see you, and you see them, and you see them in a way that is easy for you to talk, at the same time guide you to do the ordering or advise you all the promotion that they have. And you also can put in your profile, your personal profile, that every time you call to a restaurant, your allergic information is go with it too. So immediately the company that come back to you will eliminate all the menu that you are allergic to. Yeah, for example, if you are allergic to peanut, all the menu that is from this connecting to you, all the peanut menu is gone. And when you finish order, this is all the big data. All the data of your transaction will be recorded, and then with the data analytic, we can analyze, the company can analyze the data and find out your behavior, your interest, and if your interest is margarita pizza, when they have a promotion for margarita pizza, when next time they can remind you, and at the same time when you call and say, oh, your margarita pizza promotion is on, you want to order more? Immediately they tell you right away.
That's good. Oh.
Yeah, so what we say is that we spend 26% of our mobile phone on calling. And this 26% is the majority of time that you are using mobile phone, and you are not using the full screen. This is the screen of the interaction between consumer and the storefront. So actually this is part of your storefront. Yeah. But if you are not using it, you are wasting your opportunity and making a lot of losses. Because you can make a lot of mistakes. The functionality of this application is unlimited. It's the engine that we are introducing to the world. Once you have the engines, you want whatever functions you want. It all can be developed, and then individual restaurant can customize and tailor. And then now, if you call Nut, the screen you have now is blank, so you have no idea. But for this Phonefully, you say call Nut, come up, and call Nut.
Actually, no. For me, you'll still get the question.
So actually, they are. You can put profile pictures. But what we are suggesting is so much more. Right now, there are applications that unite and use your Facebook page as your profile for the caller. But we meant to utilize the full social network strength to its full potential. Yes. Videos, everything, and you can customize the screen to, as you said yesterday, that you can also, these are my stores, my personal stores down here, these are the items I wish to sell, everything is on screen. So whatever you want to do, it could be where you don't actually, businesses don't update their Facebook offerings very much. But the mobile phone, you are conscious that you want to be updated, so you can have a dashboard where you can drag and drop pictures from your collections or your photos online, your Facebook, your menu items, and you want to address it to the mobile phone need first customer calling. So that's a primary function. I also forgot to say, as you mentioned yesterday, that you could be spending half an hour on your phone, and if you were to, people would say, hey, it's multitasking. Yeah, but a lot of the way that phones are being used now, especially in cars, especially people walking along the street, is there you have protection now, right? You have laws where you cannot hold the phone up. Even in Thailand, you cannot hold the phone up if the police see you. That's why my wife June keeps saying, put down the phone, because there's a police. But you can have hand-free. Okay, you don't want to be touching your phone because of fear of accident. In Thailand, we have this law now. In the States, we had it a long time ago. So meaning everything needs to not to have the interactivity by touching. So if you were to say, hey, I can easily just go through, exit the phone screen, but why do you have to other screen and then come back to the phone screen? You don't have to, because by that time you'll probably end up in an accident, especially in a car, right? So this exists as part of a practical way to mitigate and lessen or eliminate, if you can, the accident that would come from multitasking on the phone where you have to touch it all the time. And as he said to you that digital assistant is more prevalent now. Samsung and everyone is coming up with their own. It's getting smarter and smarter so that you can interact the phone and you can use the screen to its full advantage. That's why Phonefully should come in now.
Actually, I think in the next phase, you might want to also think about segmenting the groups. So the profile of the face that you show to different groups will be different.
Perfect. Yes, that's why we were talking. Perfect. We were talking about this, that Facebook utilizing this can create Facebook persona. We call it personas, where this is your public face in terms of what you want them to know you. Okay, so it's a cut down from all this, language you use with your friend. You have a public persona that you would like it to appear during the phone call, so that the restaurant knows you, including all your health and your allergies and your dislike. You don't like garlic, for example. So you can customize the personas and pick a persona, because people wear different faces, just like the Billy Joel song. So you can have your face that represent you to certain people. So segmentation both way. You have a catalog of your persona that you want people to know you, but not too deep. Only your friend can know you so deeply. So you can select this persona and say, you only need to know this much about me, and this is what I need you to know. You don't need to know all my other stuff. But for another segment, another merchant, you want that merchant to know this part of you. But if you're calling a restaurant, here's the basic. But if you're selling me a lawnmower, you don't need to know my food preference. So you can create that. We talked about this.
Because definitely the blank screen, you never really think about it until someone mentions it, and then you kind of open your mind up to different ideas that you're proposing to us. It seems like a really good
Wonderful.
Yeah, and then you think, oh yes, we could have this and
You'll
this.
never look at the phone screen the same way again.
No.
Because I think a lot of people aren't aware of it.
No.
They're just so used to it that it's become normal.
Yeah.
But if they can limit it due to Phonefully, then I think it'd be a good idea to spread the word. Yeah.
What a great way to
Thank you.
end this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.